YouTubers, I'm back with another quick tutorial. Should not be 25 minutes this time. That one was actually really long. I was surprised when I put it all together. So I'm going to teach you my new updated version on how to make a cage liner or pea pad or anything involving U-Haul and fleece. I'm going to be making a pea pad today. My girls can never have enough pea pads, honestly. They go through them like crazy, even though I change them probably every couple of days. Definitely in any of their cozies, they get changed every couple of days and where they go to the bathroom the most. So, always need extra pea pads. And I thought I would teach you my updated version because my first one was really good, and I went by that for, I don't know, about half a year, so about 6 or 7 months. But I noticed that when I would make them, the U-Haul inside would kind of bunch up, and then it would make it look kind of uneven on the sides. It didn't really look very pretty, so I thought, what can I do to improve this? So that is what I'm going to show you today, my new updated version. So I'll get on with the materials that you will need. First thing you're going to need is a U-Haul furniture pad. This tutorial is made with U-Haul. Looks like this, what I usually use in my liners, my cage, my pea pads. It's recycled denim. It's extremely absorbent. I like to use 2 layers in mine for extra absorbency. If you don't know where to get U-Haul from, you can go directly to their website. It's uhaul.com. And then just go under where it's furniture pad. Okay, you do not want to get the quilted kind. It is not absorbent at all. You want to get the recycled denim furniture pad. Looks like this. The second thing you're going to need is a pair of really good sharp scissors. You're going to need pins to pin everything together. You need something to mark your fabric with. You need something to measure your fabric with. Today I'm using 2 different types of fleece. You can use the same pattern if you like. I generally prefer to make mine reversible, just to switch it up, and it coordinates with other liners and stuff that I have. So today this is the wrong side, but it's awesome, like little piece design, very bright, very colorful. I absolutely love it. And then we're going with clouds. They're cute too. So clouds and peace, that's what I'm going with. As always, you're going to, when you're making this, you're going to make sure that your wrong sides of the fabric are facing you. Your right sides of the fabric, as you can see, this side is wrong. It's all washed out. The fleece looks almost like it's smeared. Doesn't look very pretty. This side, everything is even and nice and really nice. So yeah, always make sure your wrong side is facing you. So I'm going to cut everything and pin everything together, and I will show you the next step as we go along. Like I said, this is just a pea pad, so I'm not going to go into dimensions, other than saying that the finished size that you want, you're going to want to cut out an extra inch, and that is for seam allowance when you're sewing. So today's pea pad, let's just say it's going to be a 12 by 12, so what I've cut out is a 13 by 13. Okay, I'll be back to show you everything else. Okay, so I have got everything cut out, measured, just the size that I want it. So what I'm going to do now is take 1 layer of U-Haul and 1 layer of fleece and toss those aside. Because for now we only need 1 layer of U-Haul and 1 layer of fleece. So we're going to make sure that the wrong side is facing up, so it's facing me. The right side is facing the table. I'm going to lay that down, lay it down nice and straight. Flatten it out. We're going to put our 1 layer of U-Haul on top, center it so that there is space, so that the fleece is showing on all 4 sides. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pin that down. So grab your pins, and yeah, I'm in my tweedy pajamas. I don't care, it's late. So we're going to take some pins, and we're just going to pin this nicely all the way around. So once you've got all of the pins that you want in, you're going to take it to your sewing machine, and you're going to sew this one layer of Uhaul to this one layer of fleece in a nice square, and then put it aside. You do not trim, okay? No trimming is needed. All we are doing is attaching the Uhaul to the fleece. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then when I get back, I will show you exactly what it looks like. Okay? Here I am with the finished and sewn Uhaul fleece piece. So, if you can see, just all around the edge, I have just sewn. So it looks nice and quilted, I guess. It's firmly attached. It's not going anywhere. I shouldn't do that when I still have pins in it. I'm silly. Alright, so pins are out. So this piece is now completely attached. And that's all we're doing with this right now. So put that aside. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with our next layer. So good side facing the table. Bad side facing up. Then we're going to take our one layer of Uhaul. We're going to lay that, center it so that there is fleece showing all around the edges. Then we're going to pin it down, and we're going to sew those two pieces together. So it looks exactly like the one that I have with the clouds. Sewing and pinning, sewing and pinning. And I'm not showing you what I'm doing on the sewing machine today because my work table is not that long, and as I'm sewing, it would be going closer and closer and closer and closer to the camera, and could possibly push my camera off of the table. Since my camera is also my cell phone, I really don't want to chance it breaking. So no actual sewing shown today. Sorry for all of those viewers that enjoy that loudness. Okay, so everything's all pinned the way that I want it. So you can see it's pinned. So we're going to sew completely all the way around, making a nice quilted seam, and we're not going to trim. No trimming. Okay, I will be back. Before I finish sewing up this part, I just wanted to kind of share a secret with you guys. If you notice that your fleece is getting misshapen, or your Uhaul is getting misshapen, there's a little tip that I'm going to share with you to stop that from happening. A lot of people help their material along. Now when you're working with fleece, it has two different sides to it, honestly. It has got a stretchy side, so if you pull on your fleece, it'll stretch, it'll become very, very stretchy, and it'll actually lose its shape that way. So you can try to work with the part that's non-stretchy, but like I said, one side is stretchy, the other side is not stretchy. So if you're sewing a square, either way you're going to get to that stretchy part, which sucks. What I actually do, and I can do this one-handed, which is why I'm filming right now, is I put my foot down. Okay, I make sure that my tension isn't too high right now. I've got it at about a 3 1/4, which is actually quite loose. But I'm working with pretty thick layers. I've also got the proper needle. When you're sewing, that is so important that you're using the proper needle. The needles that I use are by Class A. They are ballpoint. They're 9014. They are specifically for fleece and heavy material, so they work absolutely amazing for making liners and cozies and stuff like that. So that's what I always use. But going on to misshapen material. So what I do is I will put one hand on, and then I will just I won't guide it, but I'm just doing this so that my material sews a straight line, but I'm not pushing at all. Don't push. If your tension is proper, your feet, your feed dogs will guide the material. That's what they're there for. They're to guide the material. Pulling or helping the material can actually misshape it. It can also break your needles or blunt them a lot quicker than they would normally be. So just keep your hand there, like it's not even on there tight. It's just so that I sew a straight line. So yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to show you. So gently place your hand there, just keep it straight, but you don't have to pull, you don't have to push. If you find yourself having to help the material, your tension is either too tight or you have to change the width of your stitches, which will make it a lot easier for your feed dogs to actually feed the material through. Okay, so I will be back to show you the next step. We are back, and I've done the sewing that needs to be done. So there's my seam going all the way around again. And now we're going to put everything together. So first thing we're going to do is lay this part right side facing up. So right side is facing me. Then we're going to take this pretty cloud print. We're going to put this part on top of our other fleece piece, so we're seeing the side that has the U-Haul. So both wrong sides are facing out again, as always. And what we're going to do is we're going to pin this together. Make sure that it is straight. Okay, we're going to pin it together. Pin where the U-Haul is though, because we don't want anything where the fleece is showing. So we're going to pin where the U-Haul is only. Go in. No, that pin doesn't like me. Alright, we'll try another one. There we go. So now once you have pinned it all the way around, you're going to leave a part, you're going to leave a section, okay? So put a couple of pins there if you have to, so that you can, they're going to be your little markers. I recommend about 2 inches. I like to have something that I can fit my hand into. It makes it easier to pull it all out the right way. So put my little markers in there. So what we're going to do, along the fleece only, we're going to sew all the way around. We don't want to get any of the U-Haul in, okay? So try to line your U-Haul up as well, as close as you can. So we're going to sew all around, all around, all around, coming to that marker, and we're going to stop. We're going to remember to back stitch, right? Back stitch at the beginning to lock it in place, back stitch at the end to lock it in place. I'm going to sew it, and when I come back, you'll see exactly what I mean by all of that. Okay, so I will be back when it's done. Okay, so I am back. I've gotten my seam all the way around, all the way around. None of the U-Haul has been sewn, and I've left this little part. So what I'll do now is you go around the edge, trim all of this excess piece, all the excess off, as close to the stitching as you can get, but do not cut your stitching, otherwise you will have a hole that you will have to sew up. So trim all your edges, and then what you'll want to do is through this little hole, you're going to pull everything out, and you're also going to do your corners. So once that's all done, I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Everything has been flipped inside out. So there is that part that looks absolutely gorgeous, and then we have the cloud print. I'm using the cloud print right now because it's not as vibrant and distracting, and I wanted to show y'all what we do next. So now you have that hole that you have to stitch closed, and this naturally wants to curl in, so it's actually quite easy. All you have to do is pin it together, pinch it together, put it under your sewing machine, and sew that one seam closed. Now what I like to do so that I don't have an ugly seam is I actually don't stop there. So I'll start here, I will go down, and then I will keep going. I will follow that. And I will go along this side, and I will go along the edge, and then I will go along the top, and I will come back, and then I will stop. So it kind of looks like that one seam goes with the rest of my potty pad or my liner or whatever. So you can't really tell that there's an ugly seam there because it doesn't look like an ugly seam. Not only does it help to make it look more natural, but it actually locks your two layers, or like all 4 layers together, because right now we've got one piece of fleece, one piece of Uhaul, and then one piece of fleece and one piece of Uhaul, and the only thing that is locking them together is this seam right here. So if you put a couple of seams going around, and then maybe one on the inside, what that will do is it'll help it from bunching in the wash. It'll help it stay nice and straight and flat, and you won't have any issues in the future. So that pretty much sums up this tutorial. Really hope it wasn't as long. I really hope that it was understandable. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment, feel free down below. Now, I would like to take credit for this, but I actually can't. I was on YouTube looking up like different cozy DIYs and trying to figure out things to make for my pigs, and I came across this one tutorial. It was by Teacher's Piggy or Piggy's Pets, I believe, and it was a pea pad for a cuddle cup. And it's essentially the exact same thing that I did here, except hers is round for a cuddle cup and mine is square to be used as a pea pad. So thank you, Coach Gwyn, I believe is her name. If you have a chance to check out her tutorials, she's pretty good too. She's also got some absolutely adorable classroom pigs. So yeah, check her channel out too. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. Stay tuned for more videos. I plan to be more active. I know it's been a while since I posted, so sorry about that, guys. And I'll see you later. Have a great night. Bye.